Hey guys, welcome back to Gringo Barbecue. I am Noah, and today I'm about to teach you how to make your new favorite queso. We're making smoked brisket queso, so let's jump right in.
Barbecue and tequila.
All right guys, I am fired up for today. This is smoked brisket queso and is about to be your new favorite queso. This is a guaranteed Super Bowl crowd pleaser. I make this every year for the Super Bowl and I'm always S for the recipe. If you have leftover brisket, go ahead, pull it out the freezer, let it thaw out overnight, and then slice it up because this is an awesome way to use brisket. So a couple things here real quick as far as the brisket goes. I left pretty decent chunks of brisket in here. I don't want this to be too thin and almost shredded because then it will just render down during the cook, and I want a hearty queso. So I went ahead and threw this cast iron skillet on like a medium heat. Tossed my brisket in there. You can also use as much or as little brisket as you'd like. I went with a fair amount of brisket today, but I went ahead and tossed it on a medium heat, let it sizzle while I cut all of this up, and then pulled off the cast iron. So couple things here. I'm gonna go ahead and make this look all pretty because we're gonna take an Instagram picture afterwards. If you're not following us guys, it's Gringo_barbecue on Instagram. We drop a lot of really good content on there. Would appreciate a follow. So, all right, brisket is mounted over here. The first thing we're gonna grab is we're gonna do 2 pounds of Velveeta. I went ahead and just cubed these. Doesn't really matter the size, it's all gonna melt down, but go with 2 pounds of Velveeta. The good news is that's gonna be one package. So I'll go ahead and do that. This looks like it's stuck to the cast iron there. All right, the next thing is we're gonna go with 10 ounces of Oaxaca. Once again, we're keeping it simple. This is gonna be just your standard pack of Oaxaca at the store. But it really helps with consistency. It's almost kind of like a mozzarella. It's gonna melt down and add a little bit of that pulley effect at the end. All right, and then flipping it around here, we went with 8 ounces of sharp white cheddar. So this is just gonna be your standard, rectangle block of white cheddar, but just adds a little bit of sharpness and a little extra rich flavor to it, so that's delicious. Okay, next you can see a handful of jalapeños here. These were 3 large jalapeños that I went ahead and diced it up. This isn't gonna be overly spicy. Our goal with this is a crowd pleaser Super Bowl queso. Now, if you wanna add some spice to it or you know your family loves spice, do 3 jalapeños and then add 1 habanero. I am going to just do the 3 jalapeños, but I have done the habanero and it is fantastic as well. So I'm gonna toss that all in there. All right. So this is how it looks. Man, that looks so good. That is how it looks before I go ahead and throw the toppings on the remaining things. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. 2 cans of Rotel. Just diced tomatoes, pretty straightforward, 2 cans of Rotel. We're gonna do 2 cans of cream of celery. You can really do any cream of whatever that you want at the store. This is strictly for consistency. Cream of celery, I'm never gonna taste the celery in there. I'm honestly not a huge celery fan. But this is only for consistency. You just don't want to go with the cream of potato because I've done that before and the potato chunks make it a little too thick. So go with the cream of celery. Just toss that anywhere. Cool. Now guys, this is a giant cast iron. And you can see this is a good amount of queso in here. If you don't have this big of a cast iron and you have a smaller one, literally go with half ingredients. I've made that before and it works perfect. But for a Super Bowl, I'm telling you, people are gonna love this queso. They're gonna want extra of it. So I'm making a big batch today. But nonetheless, we are all done here. I just need to season it. So we're gonna go with 2 seasonings today. Go with your favorite fajita seasoning. I'm gonna go with Meat Church's Dia de la Fajita. And I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle on around. You can be generous with it. You don't want it to be too salty, but you can be generous with it. All right, Dia de la Fajita. And then here's a little good kicker here, guys. You wanna go ahead and add some sort of carne asada seasoning. I just think it tastes really good. A little extra meat flavor, helps with the brisket as well. But I am going with Chef Morito, which is, I haven't been able to find this in Michigan, but this was in San Diego. It's so good. All right, guys, that is how it looks before we throw it on. Like I said, I'm gonna take an Instagram picture, but you can go ahead and mix this all up and I will see you guys at the smoker. I stepped outside, guys, and I instantly thought, welcome to the tundra where it's cold here every day. So it's true, it's cold here every day, but we're back out here about to throw the brisket queso on. So 275 degrees. Honestly, we're looking for a consistency when we're done. Honestly, going to be about, I don't know, 2 hours until this is done, hour and a half maybe. But I left it unmixed. I'm going to go ahead and toss it on and then mix it up, just up on this top rack here. And then just so you guys can see, doesn't have to be perfect. As I always remind you guys, we aren't chasing perfection. But I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. Cast iron is cooled down, and I will see you guys when it's finished. All right, so we're an hour and a half into the cook. I just took a peek. Wait till you see this. It looks amazing. Look at that, guys. So hour and a half in, essentially what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up, and I'm gonna see how the consistency looks, because everything in this is already cooked. So it's not like we're trying to get it to a food safe temperature. We're just trying to get the consistency right. But look at that. Man, does that look good. Looks so good. Honestly, consistency's pretty close to being where I want it to be. Like I said, we're 275 degrees in, or excuse me, 275 degrees, an hour and a half in. Consistency is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and just toss a little bit of whole milk in there just to get it a touch more liquidy. And then I think we're gonna be good to go in 15, 20 minutes. So you can also use heavy whipping cream if you want at this point. But I just poured a little bit of milk in there, and I'm just gonna do a light stir. And then guys, if it feels a little too liquidy out the gate, this will solidify up, so don't worry yourself. All right, I just wanted to have a video outside, but next time I see you, we will be down in the basement in about 15 to 20 minutes. See you soon. All right, we are back inside. From beginning to end, this was 2 hours to cook. So like I said, when I last saw you outside, we had about 15 to 20 minutes extra on this, but I couldn't wait any longer. This was bubbling on the sides, and man, does it look so good. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of scoop this around just so you can see. Got whole chunks of brisket still in there. See that brisket coming out? Oh gosh, does this look good. Now I always give this just one little mashup before I actually dive into it, but guys, you can honestly at your Super Bowl party leave this in the cast iron itself and just let it ride because it will maintain temperature. Or if you're going to somebody else's party, throw it in a crock pot on just low heat just to keep the consistency right. But I mean, look at that, guys. Nice hearty queso. I can hardly wait any longer. Let's dive in. All right. Now also too, I went ahead and made the prickly pear margarita. This video dropped yesterday. Highly recommend. Prickly pear margaritas are fantastic, and a margarita you probably never heard of. But take a quick sip before diving in. Yeah, that's good. That's so insanely good. All right, can't wait any longer on the queso. Let's do it. I mean, look at that. Got to get a whole chunk of brisket there. Oh my. I almost don't even want to talk. That's so good. That is so insanely good, guys. I'm telling you, this is one of those recipes that my neighbors at all the Super Bowl parties have always asked for. This is a winner. This is a hit. Guys, I would challenge, honestly, even if you don't have a smoker, make this in the oven at 275 degrees. It won't be quite as good, but this is so insanely good. Feel free to check out more of our content, guys. If you liked this video, would really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. I'm gonna leave the Super Bowl margarita video linked, as well as the prickly pear margarita. And until next time, guys, I will see you.